Where are all the accountants? Your local government wants to know. This is the Issues Watch podcast. I'm sure that most of our CPA listeners are well aware that there's a very real pipeline problem. This refers to the shortage of CPAs and students who want to become CPAs. It's hit all sectors of accounting hard, but has arguably hit governmental accounting the hardest. For our non CPA listeners, governmental accounting refers to accountants who work in government or those who provide accounting services like auditing for government entities. As of March 2023, there were about 150 municipalities nationwide that received credit downgrades due to late or incomplete audits. If you throw in other types of governmental units, the Board of Education's, utilities, etc., the number grows even more. As taxpayers, credit downgrades affect all of us. The accounting shortage in government has gotten so bad that it spurred Minnesota and South Carolina to introduce legislation to provide an alternative 120 credit hour pathway to CPA licensure. This dramatic move has led to a nationwide debate amongst CPAs about the wisdom of dropping the 150 credit hour requirement. Today, we're lucky to have longtime NJCPA member Gerry Seneski here to talk with us about this problem and what can be done to address it. Gerry is not only a CPA, but he's also a registered municipal accountant and a certified municipal finance officer. He's currently the CFO for the City of Camden and has worked for a number of local governments as well as serving as Assistant Director for the New Jersey Division of Local Government Services. He is also a past president of the New Jersey Government Finance Officers Association. No one in New Jersey knows more about governmental accounting. Welcome, Gerry.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Sure, we're happy to have you. I'm sure you're aware of the pipeline shortage of accountants for accounting firms and private companies. The same shortage appears to be hitting governmental accounting even harder. As I said earlier, there are about 150 municipalities across the country that received credit downgrades due to late or incomplete audits. If you throw in other types of governmental units, utilities, etc., the number grows. Are you experiencing or are you hearing about other local governments in New Jersey experiencing similar challenges?
Well, we're somewhat fortunate in New Jersey. Sometimes we don't think it's quite so fortunate, but we are very highly regulated. We're actually the only, I believe there's one other state, I think Oregon and New Jersey are both regulated for audits, budgets, financials, so forth. There's really it's not possible in New Jersey to go beyond maybe a couple months late in filing any financial forms. So to be significantly late in filing to a point that it leads to a downgrade by Standard & Poor's, Moody's, really isn't possible in New Jersey because of the Division of Local Government Services.
Okay, so I'm sensing, been hearing about this problem for quite a while. Actually, I've seen it firsthand. I was with Don Meyer, who works with me. We were at a political event, and the mayor of Elizabeth and his business manager were begging us to find CPAs or accountants who could work for Elizabeth. What are the risks to local governments that are experiencing a shortage of internal accountants and or external auditors?
Well, you mentioned one risk is timely filing of financials, but when the pool of candidates is shallow and enough to create these type of shortages, then you got concerns about not only timeliness of information but accuracy of information.
Yeah.
People rely on financial reports. We take it for granted, but we issue municipal bonds. We mentioned Standard & Poor's doing downgrades. A downgrade is going to impact the investor, impact the municipality, and influence the investor. They're looking at our financial information to see whether it's credit worthy, whether they should invest in your debt. So timeliness, accuracy, reliability. When there's large shortages, then you gotta every municipality, every county is competing for quality. Who has the quality staffing, and some will win, some will lose. Now I mentioned the investors. Obviously, there's many other people that rely on financial information in making decisions.
This what may seem like a dull issue to the average citizen, governmental accounting and all that, and why do I need to worry about that? Is actually something that will cost them money as taxpayers if it's not getting done correctly, right?
Well, if you go to a point where you're downgraded, first of all, a credit rating is an opinion as to your ability to pay your debt on time. A default would be catastrophic. But their opinion is if you're downgraded because you can't file information timely, if you've got issues with timely accuracy, anything like that, a downgrade is going to create a higher risk for that investor. My rating is less. I have a higher, investors have a higher risk. In order to have investors to buy your bonds, it's going to be a higher interest rate. So there's certainly a cost to the municipality associated with the credit ratings.
There are no local governments in New Jersey that could have received credit downgrades because there's no way the Division of Local Government Services would ever let it reach that point. Did I get that right?
No, not exactly. No. What I said before is you had commented that there was somewhere around 150 downgrades countrywide, across the country, resulting from significant delays in filing financial statements. Certainly, New Jersey is subject to upgrades or downgrades, depending upon a whole list of factors. Credit worthiness isn't just filing your financials on time, but the demographics in your city, the strength of your financial statements. You can file everything on time and be absolutely completely accurate. Everything but if the numbers are bad, the numbers are bad.
Right.
So yeah. I mean, local government services is going to monitor regulatory compliance. Did you file on time being one of them? But the content of that information could result in a downgrade.
All right, there we go. I'm learning here. So do you have any thoughts on what the NJCPA and its, we, as you well know, we have a governmental accounting and auditing interest group. Any thoughts on what we can do to help out with this shortage of governmental accountants?
It's all about outreach, really. It's a competitive workforce. Who's getting the college graduates? Awareness is part of the issue. I know in the government accounting side, not many college students are aware of the opportunities in government, and typically don't pursue them unless they know people in that industry.
Right.
So I mean, how the New Jersey CPA can help is really additional outreach, making the students aware that these opportunities exist. It's a lot about marketing. Who can get the students? Who can attract the best students?
Right.
That's
Okay.
staff.
Okay. Well, anything we can do there, if you have any ideas, let us know. We are from a broad overall perspective, we're trying to get more students to be interested in accounting and enter the profession and hopefully take, the CPA exam. So, and as you know, the New Jersey Registered Municipal Accountants Association, I think I said that right. We have a good relationship with them. So anything we can do that you think of to help, just let me know. So beyond obviously having to study accounting, are there any other qualifications that local governments that their accounting and financial officials need to acquire, designations, tests they have to pass, and so on, so that um, it's more, is it more than accounting as a major or a CPA license that they need?
Absolutely. Depending on which track you're in, I'll start with the firm side, the CPA, the auditing side. In order to sign a government audit, obviously the staff can not be licensed, but the partner in charge, the partner who's signing the audit report, has to be an RMA.
That's only for municipalities or for any, like a board of
That
education?
That covers counties and municipalities are required to have an RMA to
Right.
sign their audits. The schools is a public school account, which also
Oh, right. Okay.
and so I mean, New Jersey is pretty unique in that you need your CPA first, and then the RMA. You know, if you're CPA, you have CPA is a prerequisite to take the RMA exam. And most states, a CPA, pretty much all the states, CPA is enough. New Jersey is unique in a lot of ways, and in a lot of ways it's good. Sometimes it's bad, but in this case, it's very good to have that specialty, to have someone auditing counties and municipalities that have that additional training and experience needed in order to pass that exam. That aside, the question was related to my side, the county and city side. There is every county and municipality in New Jersey is required to have a licensed CFO. So it's a certified municipal finance officer.
Okay.
That's a program that's coordinated by Rutgers University. By statute, they're assigned the responsibility to coordinate the program. There are 8 government accounting classes that Rutgers administers. Upon completing the 8 classes, we flip over to Department of Community Affairs, Division of Government Services. They're responsible to the certification comes out of local government services. They prepare the test, grade the test. So Rutgers prepares you for the test, and then the DCA administers the test. So all towns and counties in New Jersey have licensed CFOs.
Okay. And
Required to have licensed
you
CFOs.
have one of them, right? I mean,
Yes.
so you have a lot of initials after your after your name, CPA, RMA. I can't keep track of them. So we spoke about how perhaps the society, NJCPA, and our governmental committees can help out. Any thoughts on how the state can help out? I mean, it's in their interest for local governments to have enough accountants to get the job done. Is there anything they're doing? Is there anything that the state should be doing?
The commissioner of the DCA, who was just appointed to that position, she was the director of local government services.
Oh,
She was one of the speakers at the GFOA conference in September. She announced or described one of her initiatives. I don't say announced, she's been working on it. The state is getting more and more engaged with the state colleges and recruiting interns and trying to place them within state government and local government. Is something she's spearheading, and we're trying through the GFOA, we're trying to work with her and extend that into the county colleges. A lot
Okay.
of students go in, they don't really know what they're doing. I'm taking these classes. I got this degree. Now, what do I do with it? Where do I go? Again, it goes back to, I said it earlier, it goes back to outreach and marketing. How do we make the students aware of the opportunities? The opportunities are there, and I
Right.
think the students are there. So
Oh, you do?
she's
Okay.
she's
That's
taken charge of trying to go out to the colleges and try to drum up the trying to find the staff to fill the positions.
right. Okay. So let me wind it up on a personal note. Can you tell me how you wound up practicing governmental accounting?
Well, we talked about students going in not knowing where they're going. Well, I'm the first generation college graduate, and my everyone was in the trades. I chose to go to college, so my friends, they all had jobs because they had their family businesses and whatever. So I guess dumb luck would be the answer to your question. I was looking to be, as the college was pushing the Big Eight at the time. I was convinced that an audit background gave me a very comprehensive understanding of the client organization. So my goal was to be a CFO, but I took the track of being the auditor first, and it just happened to be the firm that hired me was a small South Jersey firm that exclusively did government audits, no other part of the practice. So that got me in, got the RMA through there. And then after 7 years of government audits, my first job on the government side was CFO of the County of Cumberland down in Bridgeton. So short answer, dumb luck.
Okay.
That's
Or
where I landed.
happen chance
Yeah.
or nothing dumb about it, just
But
luck, right?
But to my point though is we're looking for students, and students are looking for work. If we can marry the two, maybe the problem can go away.
Right.
This
Okay.
was 30 years ago. I didn't know where I was going and just landed over here. There wasn't a whole lot of information out there that, hey, there's government jobs and they're not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Gerry. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure. It's been enlightening. I'm learning more and more about governmental accounting these days. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening and watching. For more information about the CPA Pipeline Challenge and what's being done to address it, visit njcpa.org/pipeline.